Ahoy and welcome to this Narrowboat adventure. So today we are back with our book club. We are doing more favourite boating recipes. We're turning to page 15. This one is called Courgette and Lentil Bake, which is a little strange since it isn't baked. It's cooked entirely in one pot on the stove, so there's that. But I better pass you over to Jasmin, who's doing the cooking, and do please enjoy.
Here we have all of the ingredients that you'll need, and let's get on with it. We're going to start off with an onion. It doesn't specify how to cut the onion, so I just cut it in the way that I usually do, which is splitting it in half, but taking off the first layer of the sort of brown papery stuff and leaving the very last bit at the end where the roots would grow out of, and using that to stabilise the onion as I cut it, and then throwing that away at the end. So going straight down up to where the sort of knotty roots part is, and then going across from there. I find this to be a really good way to cut onions. Also, poking out your tongue stops your eyes from hurting when you cut up onions, so that's another great tip for those onion chefs. And I just chuck the onions straight into the pot here, just really to get them out of the way mostly. Now it's 8 ounces of lentils, which roughly translate to about 200-ish grams. I'm not terribly worried about getting the exact right amount of grams. I think it was 225, but I could be wrong. And then I just chuck them in on top of the onions, and I add a pint of water. And I do add some curry powder at some point to this, but I don't think I've got the footage of it, so let's just assume that I added it here. It says 2 tablespoons of curry paste. I just added 2 tablespoons of curry powder instead. And I'm sure that probably isn't exactly the right measurements, but I quite like a spicy thing, so I figured to just go for it. And then of course we're going to cut up our courgettes. We're using 3 courgettes instead of 4, simply because they were quite large and came in packs of 3, so I thought we'll just use 3. And then of course I'm chopping up 2 cloves of garlic to go in there. I think I made a mistake because I added the garlic to the pan, where I think I might have been supposed to just add it straight to the cooking pot, but I just popped it in when I got the first lot of cooked courgettes out. And then added just about a tablespoon of oil to my pan, and then I added all of the courgettes and then regretted it and took all of them out, apart from just a 1 layer, because this is really just about browning the outsides of the courgettes. So don't make that mistake, just put the 1 layer in and then cook the rest as they're cooked. And then as they became cooked, obviously I just chucked them straight into the pot with the lentils and the onion. This bit does take a little bit of time, and as you're doing it, you'll find that your lentils and your onions get really nicely cooked through. And as you can see, just chucking them straight in as they're done, put the lid back onto the pot, and then continue to brown off the rest of the courgettes and add them in this way. Giving them a nice stir every now and again, and I did season with salt and pepper. I don't remember whether or not I have a shot of that either, to be honest with you. And this is what it should look like when it's completely done. It does suggest to serve it with rice, so I did serve it with some rice, and yeah, it was really delicious, really healthy, packed full of protein and vegetables, and not too difficult at all.
Of course, no cooking video would be complete without seeing the first bite. so much for all your suggestions of what we should be cooking next. There will be more cooking videos coming soon. If you'd like to buy favourite boating recipes, traditional cabin fare, I'll put some links in the description of this video. And I hope you have a great day. Bye, take care. Please join us again on this narrowboat adventure by clicking subscribe down below. Bye.